As a researcher, we know the importance of noting our positionality, as it ultimately shapes our work and influences our interpretation, understanding, and methodology of our research. This short essay attempts to establish said positionality as least as much as one can truly be self reflective. The audio essay is titled Absurdity and Positionality, an Introduction. An introduction into what, you may ask? Well, to me, of course, a little revealing, a little irreverent, and a whole lot questioning. The other video essay published as part of this project looked at the various classifications employed by the Manchester Art Gallery and the absurdity of terms such as Western and non Western. The MAG is far from being alone in this particular practice, and I challenge every art, cultural, and heritage institution to find the absurdity in their cataloging systems. In the written essay portion, I explored the sense of self, or lack thereof, in the language used across the MAG, Arts Council, and British Council's collections. Thus, institutional positionality was missing. In this video, I will tell you the story of me. I, Marenka Rita Thompson-Odlum, was born on the Caribbean island of St. Lucia in 1988, a former member of the British Empire, only by 9 years though, current member of the Commonwealth of Nations, and I'm only daughter of my St. Lucian father and Jamaican mother. My parents, who grew up and were educated in the Caribbean, were taught no Caribbean history. Absurd. Or that from a graduating class of 150 students from St. Lucia's top school, only 5 students chose to do Caribbean history for their GCSEs. Most did not see the importance or future use of the subject. Absurd. My father, thanks to his excellent education at St. Mary's College in St. Lucia, can recite Byron, Shelley, and Keats, but doesn't know any Walcott, Kincaid, C.L.R. James, or Dandicott. Absurd. My great great grandfather, William Erie Odlum, an Irish physician who settled in Antigua, owned 20 enslaved people. His son then married Adele, a descendant of an enslaved person, and moved to St. Lucia, and thus came the Odlums of St. Lucia. Not absurd. What is absurd is the fact that I can trace the origins of my slave owning family to the 17th century, but I know nothing beyond the name of Adele Lewis, married 1895, of my black ancestors. The absurdity is that this is a state of affairs that I'm expected to come to terms with, that has been presented to generations of people as the status quo. Yet we must be bombarded by adverts for familytree.com, ancestry.com, findmypast.co.uk. Is a sense of past the currency of only some, to be specific, white people? Absurd. I guess then my positionality is to reside within a certain amount of absurdity, a place that makes the intrusive structures of coloniality even more evident, a place where I am constantly told that my past is past, told to accept what is and move on with no rudder or anchor. Like the vases in the video essay, which were from China but depicted European musicians, the Delftware from the Netherlands that showed Chinese figures. My packaging says one thing, but my history another. Am I Western by geography and upbringing? Non Western due to ancestry? What categories do others place me in? Ancestor of an enslaved? Ancestor of a slaver? Answer: both. Does one make me a victim of generational trauma, systemic racism, or does it make me a whiny revisionist? I guess the answer is based on perspective. Or does the other make me complicit, guilty, or a proponent of the statement, we can't judge past actions by present standards? If I was white, I would be allowed to proudly tell everyone that I was Irish St. Lucian. As it stands, that statement often is met with casual dismissal or disbelief. Apparently, I have too much melanin popping. But also, that statement carries a bit of an ick factor, as the same melanin means that I have to contend with those same structures that allowed their great great granddad to own slaves. The absurdity is that that bit of history does not change based on my complexion, but the weight that I have to carry moving forward unfairly does. What is the point of all this and how does it relate to decolonizing collections and language? The point is that Eurocentric epistemology and language is structured to exist within discrete categories that permeate our ways of thinking and doing. It leaves little room for the people and objects who are comprised of bits that are assumed to be diametrically opposed. Perhaps my residency research, looking at the taxonomy of language in art collections through a decolonial lens, is a product of the need to begin unpicking the linguistic structures that have marked the little absurdities of my life, and to understand how much those absurdities I have internalized until they no longer seemed unreasonable and silly, but immovable and unshakable. Thank you.